the theater that you hope for.
Sudden death playoffs always provide loads of drama.
We were right there, at each other's throat. It was just he and I. Coming down the stretch, it was a lot of fun.
I felt at times that I played a little better than him from tee to green.
We didn't back off. We went right at each other, and if you're going to win, you're going to have to really do something spectacular.
Join us for the 2000 Mercedes Championships on PGA Tour Classic.
Jack Nicklaus has won at Inverary.
Absolutely incredible.
See the right club today. Yes!
Go in. Oh! There it is. 59. The best final round ever. Oh, my.
PGA Tour Classic presents the 2000 Mercedes Championships. The year 2000, a new millennium ushered in one of the most anticipated seasons ever on the PGA Tour. While Tiger Woods battled David Duval for elite status as the #1 player in the world, Ernie Els walked quietly in their shadows but carried a big stick. The three were embroiled in a classic showdown at the year's first event, the 2000 Mercedes Championships. With only one victory, 1999 was not up to Ernie Els' standards. He looked to 2000 as a year of atonement. A newly chiseled physique and a steadfast determination to unseat the world's #1 was David Duval's New Year's resolution. Coming off his second consecutive 4-win season in '99, the defending champ was looking to get off to another fast start. To say that '99 was the year of the Tiger might have been an understatement. Look at the record books and you'll find Tiger's paws all over it. The '99 Player of the Year not only won 8 times, he won his last 4 events, and his eyes were firmly fixed on the Mercedes Championships to be his 5th. Coming up, the 2000 Mercedes Championships, a PGA Tour Classic. Welcome back to PGA Tour Classic. For its first event each year, the PGA Tour rewards its previous season's winners with a trip to Hawaii for the Mercedes Championships. After a brief hiatus, these champions are eager to begin another season on the PGA Tour. At the Plantation Course at Kapalua on the spectacular island of Maui, it's man against nature, the way golf was meant to be played. Besides the challenging par 73 layout, Kapalua's biggest obstacle is the ever-present wind.
It's very dependent, I think, upon trade winds. The year I won, we had, I think they call them Kona winds, and golf course played a lot easier. But it's a fun, relaxing week, so it's a good way to start the year.
The new season brought a new look to an old face. With his new physique, #2 player in the world, David Duval, signaled that he was ready to make a run at #1.
Yeah, well done, yeah.
For Tiger Woods, paradise wouldn't interrupt the task at hand. Winner of 4 consecutive events to end the '99 season, Tiger was looking to extend the longest winning streak on tour since Jack Burke Jr. in 1952. Surpassing Ben Hogan's 6 straight wins is well within Tiger's sight. Of course, Byron Nelson's amazing record of 11 in a row in 1945 may never be broken. Meanwhile, the winds played havoc with the rest of the field of champions.
And we'll see a lot of that. It's just the toughest part of this game in the wind is putting. You have to be so very still, and you can't be still in the wind.
Of course, the conditions provided opportunities for creative shot making.
He's going to have to pitch the ball past the hole, let the slope of the green bring it back. This is not backspin. This is just the slope of the green and how severe they are. This is going to be very good.
Jeff Sluman is very familiar with the Hawaiian conditions. The '99 Sony Open champion fired an opening round of 1 under 72. But it was the '99 Greater Greensboro Chrysler Classic champion, Jesper Parnevik, who jumped out to an early lead. He had birdies at 1, 2, 5, and 7. Parnevik was the only man to shoot a sub-70 round on day 1, highlighted by this near eagle bomb at the last.
Should be pretty good. Be really good.
Barnevic's 69 was one better than Duffy Waldorf, a two-time winner in 1999. Golf is important, but there is time to enjoy the Maui experience.
You know, I really enjoy going to the beach, doing a little snorkeling, doing a little scuba diving. My wife and I have done a little scuba diving once we've been over there. And really just hanging out and having fun. I usually bring some friends over there and really take in all the sights.
I think we took a catamaran ride out there on the bay and saw some whales. It's gorgeous, and the views, the vistas from up at, you know, the Plantation Course, you can see the two other islands. You can see Molokai and Lanai. It's awesome.
My kids love the beach, and taking them with me, as I've done the last 4 or 5 years, it's just a family trip, and we love going over. It's nice to be someplace where it's 85 and sunny instead of being back where it's, you know, 30 and wind chill of about 10. So just the whole atmosphere, really. But it's just like, it's a paradise, and we just enjoy going.
Putting on the flowered shirt and the shorts when you're not on the golf course. It's just nice, the relaxing atmosphere, just a little laid back, and you know, the open air restaurants and the sea breeze and the waves, and just try to get a tan on my white body.
We haven't gone whale watching yet, but we've encountered a lot of large fish. We've done some scuba diving and some eels, so that's pretty exciting. I really enjoy that.
I think everybody on tour loves to go to Hawaii for those 2 weeks.
The second round saw more of the same windy conditions. Day one leader Jesper Parnevik was searching for his game and his golf ball. A disastrous tee shot at the short par 4 12th led to a double bogey. His roller coaster-like performance dropped him out of the lead with a second round 74. One player not affected by the stiff winds, the 99 Player of the Year.
Well, with the wind behind Tiger, Tiger wants to try to take it as close to the left-hand side of the fairway as he can. Fairway slopes big left to right. Huge gusts of wind.
As you just heard Billy say, the slope of the fairway slopes from left to right, and the wind is out of the left just enough to make this a little tougher tee shot. But he certainly has the length to knock it on here.
Well, he's already driven one par 4 today, Curtis. I don't know if he can do it again.
Great drive there. That's it, man.
But if any ball has a chance, this has a chance.
Tiger.
And look out, Jim Furyk. Tiger's playing through. An easy two-putt birdie for Tiger put him only one back. From brute strength to deft touch, at 13, Tiger gained a share of the lead.
Very, very fast down the hill, down green. Ball seemed to roll forever, right in the middle.
Not to be forgotten, David Duval continued to fire at the flagstick. Unfortunately, the putter wouldn't cooperate.
And this little tap-in, Mike, is for David Duval's 3 at 14th. And man, oh man, has he missed some putts the last 2 rounds. I don't know whether something bothered him there or not, but
He definitely is frustrated right now. Missed a lot of makeable birdie opportunities.
Making a move up the leaderboard on Friday was Ernie Els. The Big Easy made it look easy, making 3 birdies on the back 9 to get to 5 under and move into second place. On a day when conditions were more suited for the Hawaiian surf than for golf, the man hanging 10 at the top was in total command of his game. His second shot led to a 2-putt birdie at 15.
Well, this ball's working back towards the flag, and this is right on if it's the right club. This is amazing.
With shots like this at 16, it was easy to see that Tiger meant business. A superb second round 66 provided the world's #1 with a 4-shot lead.
Best round of the week by 3.
And that is some playing in this wind, in these conditions, on this golf course. Just hard to describe the shots that he hit today.
Well, 66 when the scoring average for the day is 74.3, puts a little distance between you and the rest of the planet. Ernie for birdie on top of Tigers.
And Ernie's played well.
Mm-hmm. Good playing, Tiger. Good playing, Ernie. We'll see you guys tomorrow in the last group together.
The Tiger, man, what can you say? I mean, the guy is just on fire, and you know, all the talent in the world. And again, you know, he's playing awesome. I got to try and stick to my guns. He's got bigger guns than I have, but you know, I've got to do my thing and see what he does. You know, we've got 2 days left. I'm 4 shots behind. I'm playing well. If I can keep it out of trouble, keep it away from double bogeys, I think I might have a chance. But it all depends on what Tiger does.
And all eyes are on Tiger. Can he be beaten? Can he be stopped? Can he win his 5th tournament in a row? Stay with us to find out. Remember 1997 at La Costa. Tiger and Tom Lehman, sudden death playoff at the par 3.
Good luck, guys.
Lehman's shot had found the water. Tiger won with this definitive shot. It was Woods' 3rd tour victory. The winds would not let up on the weekend at Kapalua. And there was no let up in Tiger until the 15th, the par 5 out of heavy rough, his 3rd shot. And it would come up short. Tiger would make bogey there. And he would see his 4-shot lead diminish on this afternoon. Ernie Els was the man of the moment as he marched up 18 with a 1-shot lead. But on this day, Tiger was still very much in the battle. Woods would have an eagle opportunity at the 18th. The right breaker for 3. Down it goes. Tiger's back in business.
Ernie for birdie. Start dead even, boys. They played together Friday. They played together today. And we'll see you tomorrow.
A 71 for Woods, a 67 for Els. They're all even looking at tomorrow.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to Mercedes Championship. Yeah. Aloha.
Sunday preparations completed. The #1 player in the world against #5. Els' tee shot at the first. These fellas have played before, of course, and here's the way they are head-to-head. Woods with 2 wins and Els with 1. Through the front 9 on Sunday, Els regained the lead from Woods. But on the par 4 10th, the winds of fortune blew back in Woods' favor.
For landing on the putting surface that is not the result you hope for or deserve.
Tiger took full advantage of the situation.
Far on the going blue.
Could be a big 2-shot swing here, and at this point in time in the game, it's could be something that both look back on.
Andy North is with Tiger this afternoon, actually this evening on the East Coast.
Thank you, Mike. Tiger's really played beautifully so far. He's hit every fairway, every green. He's had a bunch of opportunities. He's only made a couple, and we showed the 1-3 putt. Big putt for him. Straight down grain, downwind. If anything, it might want to go just a tad to the left.
And he knows it's a big putt. He knows if he makes this, he takes the lead, takes some momentum back from Ernie Els. And Ernie all of a sudden has to be the aggressor.
At 11, the winds of change turned yet again.
Well, if this is right, this could be great. Hit the flagstick.
Ernie Els, he can play. Remember, it was only about 2.5 years ago Ernie Els won the U.S. Open in 1997, and he was the man we all talked about as being the really, truly next superstar. Right. He's taken a little bit of a back seat. He's, you know, had some life changes, got married, had a baby, but he still wants to do it. And I really feel like he has a little extra pressure on himself today to do it. He wants to do it. He wants to prove that he can beat Tiger, because down deep inside, Ernie cares more than he shows outwardly. Ian, you made a good point just a minute ago. These two players being 4 and 5 shots clear of David Duval in third place, it is a match play situation right now. Don't you agree?
Definitely right. And it is a perfect opportunity for Ernie Els to put those demons behind him and take on the #1 in the world and beat him at his own game.
Well, guys, if Ernie's going to do that, he better be about 4 or 5 under this back nine. Tiger's got that look.
Figuring Els would make his, Woods needed to make this to maintain his lead.
This putt, a little bit of a fooler, appears to be pretty straight, but probably should take kind of a left center line. This putt will move a little bit to his right.
This to tie the lead.
Hold on.
With both players matching par on holes 12 and 13, the #1 and #5 players in the world were tied at 14 under. The only other player with any kind of a chance to catch these two was the world's #2, David Duval.
You know, normally I would give David Duval a real outside chance of trying to catch these two guys, but the two guys being Tiger Woods and Ernie Els, I don't think he has much prayer.
There's an interesting transformation taking place on the PGA Tour. A new breed of player is being created due to the success of one man. Tiger Woods' record speaks volumes, and so does his athletic prowess. His superior strength, agility, and subtle touch is changing the shape of swings to come.
Called the Tiger syndrome. Makes us put in extra hours.
Witness the transformation of David Duval. In 2000, David got himself involved in a vigorous workout regimen that captured the attention of the golf world.
People are making a big deal of it, almost like it's, you know, I went from being obese to getting in good shape in a couple of months. I went from being in really good shape to just getting a lot better. You know, I had to adhere to a plan, and I did not waver. I mean, to the extent that, you know, when you see a peppermint walking out of a restaurant, I didn't have one, you know, and so I just kind of took it on as a challenge of self-discipline. It sounds silly, and I know when it sounds like I'm crazy and insane, but it was just a test for me.
David's proven, and Tiger, that you can keep your swing, you can keep your touch, and they're bigger, stronger, better golfers because of it.
So look out, Tiger. The boys are beefing up. Here's the slimmed down Duval at 14. This putt gets him just 3 back.
If Tiger and Ernie make par at 14 and Duval can make eagle and post minus 13 through 15, the guys get to look at it. At least it'll make it a little bit more of a game.
No.
Come on, Kurt.
No, I think these guys are in such a match play situation right now. They're going to force each other to make birdies. They'll make a birdie here, I think, at 14, and they have 2 par 5s left.
For a guy at 6'3", 6'4", you know, he just has marvelous touch.
And with the lob wedges these days, it's not hard to put enough spin on the ball coming from this distance. You should watch this. Just land just short.
Yeah, watch this one.
So then it became one-on-one, and it was a good one-on-one.
Welcome back to PGA Tour Classic. In 1998, it was Phil Mickelson who captured the season opening event at La Costa. Mickelson was the only player to shoot in the 60s all 4 rounds. It was Phil's second Mercedes championship and his 3rd victory in his home area of San Diego. At 15, both Tiger and Els went for the green in 2. Ernie missed short right. Then it was Woods to have a go at the par 5.
Started it way left.
That was 5 feet from being absolutely fantastic. Now he's going to have a difficult 3rd.
Els would play first.
Well, it's a very difficult shot, even though the pin is cut 8 from the right-hand side. Players only have about 4 to work with, and that is not going to stay. He's going to get to try that again.
Tiger pitched his up past the hole and then had a 15-foot ticklish downhiller.
All right, Andy, what are you looking at here?
Oh, the wind has really died down. All of a sudden, putting is not the same as it's been the last 3 days. But it's downhill, it's quick, and if anything, it's got to go a little bit to the right.
Is that any good? Dead in the center. Tiger was back in charge.
Birdie 4 for Woods. And he takes the lead, heading to 16.
After perfect drives at the par 4 16th, Els tried to put some pressure on his young counterpart. It didn't rattle the nerves of the prowling Tiger.
85 yards. He's hit this shot thousands of times. Kept it below the hole. Well done.
It was just a great fight between both of us. And to hit the shots that we did at the times we did against each other, and he'd make a bogey and come right back with a birdie. Or I'd make a bogey and come back with a birdie. And it was just, that's the way it was today.
Woods for birdie to remain 1 shot ahead of Els, and it just slips by on the high side.
So, Billy, if you're Ernie Els, what are you telling yourself right now?
Well, I just got a little reprieve right there. Certainly after Tiger birdie in number 15, you certainly think the adrenaline's flowing, that he's, on a real high. Let one slip away yourself, but now Ernie Els. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if you need to make a putt coming down the hill, that's the one I want, because I don't have to remember to hit it. I can just let it go down the hill, and this straight down grain, very little movement.
Missed a 4 or 5 footer at 14 and a 5 or 6 footer at 16.
So Tiger escapes with a par, and he maintains his 1-stroke lead. We move to Woods at 17. Here's his second shot.
Being able to shoot at the flags under pressure and leading the tournament is a big thing that this man finds easy to do. Unfortunately, just finding the left side, and that'll run down into the long rough. Maybe just a little too aggressive. certainly not what he wanted. Trying to apply the pressure to Ernie Els, is about to play next.
And Ian Ernie has 179 yards. 162 to the front. Wants to carry this ball right in the neighborhood, 68, 69.
I like 9, eh? No, I like a 9. Smooth 8. Hold it up a little bit.
And you can hear the caddy, Neil Wallace, conversing with Ernie. Ernie likes the 9-iron. That's how much this second shot plays downhill. But right now, Ian, I don't know if there's enough wind behind him to help him.
It's a big 9-iron, that's all I can say.
I'll tell you what, he's going to have to thump this one.
If he doesn't want to end up in the same place as Tiger.
Come on.
Well, he got all over it. He needs to get down.
Come on.
Flag high.
Tiger understands that if this would be 5 in a row, he had a month and a half or 2 months to rest and to play overseas and whatever. It's different than if you have it in a course of 12 months. There's, you know, you get tired trying to win 5 in a row, 5 straight weeks or 5 weeks out of 7 or whatever. And he understands that. I think it's a point well taken that he acknowledges the fact that what Hogan and Nelson did were maybe a little bit better than he's trying to do.
Tiger's third at 17.
Yeah.
Just a fluffy little lie in the rough. Not a bad shot. Didn't want to hit it past the hole from there, but the mistake, severe mistake, I believe, was the second.
This putt's going to start off pretty straight, and then right at the end, it's going to move 10 to 12 inches to his right.
Pretty straight early, then just peels off with the grain.
I tell you, this is really a huge putt. To go to the last hole, the 1-shot lead on a 5-par that you can knock it on in 2. I mean, this could be the tournament.
As Ian referred to just a moment ago, though, made a big mistake, I think, on the second shot, missing, playing too aggressively. You know, when you're one ahead, you have to make the person behind you make birdie to beat you. Don't beat yourself.
Firm and straight.
All because of the second shot.
That is an uncharacteristic mistake for Tiger Woods. Bogey on the 71st hole of the tournament when you have a 1-shot lead. Well, just 1 hole left to play. And this is the opening tournament of the new millennium. Ernie Els just a kick in really here for his par. And Ernie's got to be feeling like he just got given a late Christmas present.
The 72nd hole of the 2000 Mercedes Championships, next on PGA Tour Classic. '99 was the first year the Mercedes Championships moved to Hawaii, and David Duval christened it with the most lopsided victory in tournament history. His 26 under total was a tournament record.
Good shot to get it close to this hole in 2 or maybe 3.
Well, Curtis, Ernie is going to have to give this one a big swat to get there in 2. The wind not as much behind the players as it was the first 3 days. This is a good-looking drive right here. Oh, this is right in the alley. This is long. In fact, I think this is the longest drive Ernie's hit on this hole this week.
Billy, every one he hits is long.
Well, I know he averages 278, and that's 15 behind Tiger. Boy, what a drive at a key time.
And it's headed down the right side. Depending how much it turns over.
Just ahead on the 18th green, David Duval made a fine showing in defense of his title by putting the finishing touches on a final round 68 for a third-place finish.
Fans cheered David Duval's victory in this event last year, starting 4 in 8, propelling Duval to the world #1 ranking. He sits a solid #2 and will certainly not hurt that this week with a third-place finish.
It's a tricky putt to read here.
Next stop, snowboarding. David's off to Idaho for a week. Last time he did that and then went to the Bob Hope. He shot 59 in the final round and won. And so there are 2, and they are tied for the lead.
This is just what these guys live for. Have a chance to win. Last hole, Tiger 308 yards to the hole. Severe downslope. Any miss hit here is going to come out very low. He'd like to land this ball just short of the green. He'll definitely kick left and fairly hard.
Andy, you're right. This is fun.
Okay, kick left. Left.
Tell you, I have to say, we talk about this guy. You try not to blow it up too much, but he hits truly phenomenal golf shots. Standing on the side of a hill, the tendencies to go left too much. Phenomenal golf shot.
Billy?
Well, Mike, that certainly dictates what Ernie Els has to do. 287. Just has to step up there and match it. These guys have played together the last 3 rounds. On Friday, they were talking to one another the last few holes. Not a lot of words have been spoken. That's heading left. If it scoots by that bunker, we got some action. If it gets over that rise.
Come on down.
Now, we just talked about Tiger's shot. Ernie hitting that shot after Tiger was even better. Have some of that, Tiger Woods.
What a show by these 2 the last 3 rounds of golf. They both shot 71 on the opening day. Since then, they've both hit 204 shots each in the same group. And the 204th may have been the best of the bunch.
Tiger's ball was just a shade outside of Ernie's. Would Tiger apply the pressure?
This for eagle, with Ernie's eagle putt waiting.
Ernie Els knew going out today he was going to be at his best. He's got to hit one of his best putts to finish.
And now to try to stuff it in on top of that and send us back to the 18th tee for a playoff.
Well, Curtis, about a minute ago, I certainly would have agreed with you this was the easier putt, but right now this one's lengthened out by about 6 or 7 feet.
Yeah, the tough part is just getting out to the right. This actually might have a little more break than Tiger's, but grain going from right to left. The tendency we've seen all week long is to miss his putt to the left.
Oh, yeah!
was going to make that putt. You have to expect the best out of the best players, and there's no doubt about it, he was going to make it. He made it center cut, perfect speed too, just fell right in the middle. If I didn't make that putt on 18, he probably makes it to win with 3. And to know that you have to make 3 in order to continue.
Welcome back to the 2000 Mercedes Championships on PGA Tour Classic.
Go ahead, Finchy.
You guys identify your golf balls?
This is a match play situation. Which would you rather be, first or second?
I always want to be first. Always wanted to be first. The reason, Ian, I wanted to be first to hit a good shot. You got to be confident to play first, but play first, hit a good shot, and immediately put the heat back on your opponent.
Great drive.
Oh, yeah.
Huge, Tiger.
Perfect, and this one looks like it's going to end up longer than the last one did.
Tiger's played the hole this week in 5 under par. Ernie 4 under. Not that that means a darn thing right now.
Well, Ernie doesn't carry the ball as far, so his ball should pitch down the slope a little bit more than Tiger's.
Looking anxiously. Sometimes you think it's too far right on this hole.
Well, he hit it way up to the right, and that kind of killed it, and he's got a much longer shot. In fact, I don't know if he can reach it in 2.
Well, as you can see from Steve Williams in the distance, Ernie's got a little bit longer to go.
Certainly does, Mike. Ernie has 323. Andy, what's Tiger have?
283.
40 yards difference.
And Tiger's on a flatter spot.
Yes, Ernie's up on the hill, a little bit of a downhill lie.
Come on.
Well, I'll tell you what, he gave this a great swat. If it releases down.
Go on. Go. Go. Go.
How about this shot? Hit that slope.
Go, 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 go.
You know, Mike, the only thing I can say is that these two players are making it look easy, but I guess great athletes do that, but it truly isn't. Ball's above their feet, green way below them. Got to shoot it out to the right.
Drew?
Well, 283 yards, 241 to the front, so he can land this ball anywhere around the front portion of the green. It should run down that slope into the back half of the green. Going with an iron.
See how far right he's aiming this.
This one's a little bit to the right. Needs a hop left. Oh man, another 2 yards to the left, and that'd have been fantastic. It's still good.
Tiger chipped down from there to 6 feet. Ernie with a chance for eagle and victory.
He actually has 2 chances to win at this moment. He can either make the putt, or he can hit a good putt and not go in, and Tiger still has to make that 6-footer. So
Exactly right. A lot different to how he was about 15 minutes ago, knowing he had to make it just to stay in it.
So Ernie has this putt to win. He had a feeling it was going to take a little dive to the left instead of to the right. He's looking pretty good to Els, who makes a birdie 4, which Woods must match to send us to the second playoff hole, which is the first hole on the golf course.
I was fortunate enough to see Ernie hit the same putt when he made 3, and it broke, but it didn't break that much. I was reading the putt. It's pretty much a straight putt, but the green is going to take it probably about a ball outside the right. And I said, you just trust it. You know, his went in, and maybe mine can go in too.
Off we go to the second playoff hole.
The play moves ahead to the par 4 first. Both players' tee shots ran through the fairway. Els was first to play.
Ernie with 146 yards really drew the better of the two lies in the rough. A little bit better angle. Hole location only 14 paces on. I would certainly think it's just some kind of wedge, a little bit short, and let it release.
Andy?
Now Tiger with 144, and as Billy said, this ball's a little bit fluffy, downhill, downwind, with a little bit of grass around the ball. If he can stop this ball around the hole, he's even better than we think.
And they both hit the smart shot because they drove it in the rough. And you don't want to beat yourself. We have two putts here that really aren't makeable.
Curtis, this is actually a pretty interesting putt because it's quite a bit back downhill, but yet it's into the grain a little bit, and this has got to break quite a bit from right to left, and they're exposed down here. The wind's blowing pretty hard. I think this is going to be slower than they think going back down the hill.
What do you think about that?
Unbelievable. Well, the crowds here certainly have been treated to a smorgasbord of great golf shots, great putts.
Boy, they really have, Ian. And I don't know what their standing heart rate is. It must be about 12.
It ends up just short. New season, same result. Another Tiger Woods win. That's 5 in a row, an official PGA Tour start.
Tiger Woods' consecutive winning streak continued at the AT&T Pebble Beach National Pro-Am, where his miraculous come-from-behind win gave him 6 straight victories to tie the legendary Ben Hogan. He shares second place on the all-time list behind Byron Nelson's 11 straight. But it was only the beginning. Tiger went on to capture a total of 9 victories in 2000, including 3 majors. He became the youngest player to win the career Grand Slam, a feat accomplished by only 4 other men, when he took home the Claret Jug at St. Andrews at only 25 years of age. Tiger Woods, the champion of the 2000 Mercedes Championships, a PGA Tour Classic.